that I'm afraid, but I don't break. I heard you question my stability. You think I'll fall just like a guillotine, but I am here to stay. Won't look away. The storm is coming, so you better start running. No, you can't control, feel it in my bones. I'm coming for the, coming for the. I'm coming for the throne. I'm coming for the throne. So you wanna be my enemy? You should've known I'd never kiss the rain. Ice runs in my veins, won't play it safe. I don't belong with your nobility. Who died and made you king of anything? You think that I'm insane? It's your mistake. Kingdoms rise and fall, I've come to take it all. I'll take it, I've come to take it. Kingdoms rise and fall, I've come to take it all. I'll take it all. The storm is coming, so you better start running. No, you can't control, feel it in my bones. I'm coming for the, coming for the. I'm coming for the throne. I'm coming for the throne.
What's going on, folks? My name is Will Stewart, and you are watching the late night THFCRants show. Hope you're all doing well. Hope you're all doing swell. 1-0 loss down at the Mono. I don't know. I thought we played good today. At least in the first half. Second half wasn't horrible, but it wasn't great, man. We just couldn't score. Jose Sa. That's why I've told you guys long before that Jose Sa should be in a Tottenham Hotspur shirt. Yeah. A lot of things to talk about today, I'm sure. Before we start bringing in the boys and girls out there in the Twitter lands, and the YouTube lands, and all the lands all over there, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Let us know that you like the show. See what we got out there in the chat. David says, OMG, how bad is Tottenham? Well, not horrible. Perisic can't play with Son. I don't know if Perisic can really play with anybody this season. We're going to go over it. We're going to talk about it. All the good stuff. Steak. Big up Steak in the house. Lokman, big up. David, 안녕하세요. Will 형, 페르시치 진짜 욕심만 많고 도움이 안 되네요. 저는 처음부터 안 좋아했어요. Well, yeah, I don't like him either. 어떡하지 모르겠는데. 지금은 다른 사람도 없는데. 아이고. Richard Head, Son can't play with Perisic either because he's done for too. Eating out. You're an idiot. Richard Head. You're an idiot. Just so you know. Let's see. Bryce is in the house. Big up Bryce. Big up Bryce. Who else we got here? Yeah. Get the treasure. We're decent in the first half because we could finish our chests. I think the second half Wolves was much better because the manager sub of tired players. It wasn't the sub of tired players. They completely changed their formation. That is what made the difference. But I agree. Surely I can't defend Son today. He was literally the best player for Tottenham on the pitch today. So if you don't think that, you're an idiot too. Yeah, Will, can't watch these MFers anymore. I agree. It's difficult sometimes. Jamie Get, big up. I think Balde from Sheffield left his mark on Paris's mind. Seemed afraid to keep the ball a lot. I don't know if that's necessarily why I did it. But TJ Warren TV, big up Will, legend. Big yourself up, JB, Hidden, big up. This and that, 765. We're just a disgrace. Liverpool end up overtaking us. No, they won't. Elias, big up with super chat. Big up everyone here in the chat and the panel. Big yourself up, my man. Kyle Patrick Vineyard, big up guys. Big up KPV. I see you sitting in the back. We'll bring you on in a sec. Replay 3-2-1. I'm still not happy with the FA Cup results. More than today's result. Look, man, I thought we played really good in the first half. That was a shame. I thought we deserved more than that. But Jose Sa kept the ball at the back of the net. Alfesh Patel, Grumpy Grandpa, big up my man. Why are we talking about Perisic? Because he was dog trash today. That's why. J. Co. Big up. KPV. Levy out. Enoch out. Vishal. Big up Vishal. Who else we got in here? There's the link in the chats. If you want to join the show and have your say, click the link and come on in. Jago, big up. Right now we don't have anyone else. That's why. Hi, fellow American Tottenham supporter. Big up, Lane. How's it going? Sarah Ace. Hey, guys. Come on, we can't blame today's performance. Our Wednesday's defeat to Sheffield on Levy. What are you talking about? Yeah, we can. Yeah. We don't have anybody else. It's a shame. Watch them now. Yep, they were. Some was good days dribbling. First touch was very good. Yes, that's true. Anybody who's sitting on Sun today, you've got an agenda. Real bad one. And you need to go seek mental attention. Maybe I'll put up a hotline for mental illness awareness or something like that, for you guys to call. So, yep. But let's start bringing in the people. Let's start bringing in the people on the show in the order of which they have come on in. You know, this first gentleman, wondering what we got some fun stuff for him today. I got some questions. You mean like the ones that Jose saw saved? Or the deflection that ended up hitting the bar? Yeah. The delusional Canadian who says we were winning the Champions League. I wonder how his goat's doing. Everybody in the comments. Dietrich's game.
What's up, brother? How are you?
Not much. How you doing?
Can you guys listen? Can you hear me well?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. First, I'm gonna start saying I'm an idiot for saying we're gonna win the Champions League. I'm a fucking idiot. Second of all, I love Kane, but you were fucking dog shit today. And third of all, I'm gonna say it again. Fans like Tobes or other idiots, I forgot the others, that start saying Conte out for no fucking reason. The guys in Milan, you're a fucking idiot. All my life you are. I am sick and tired of this fan base. We're never gonna win. And people said, what's his name? Son was shit. You guys are absolute fucking idiots. Son was good. Unfortunately, he just didn't score.
Yeah, look, we can go over it too, and we'll go over the different things. But I mean, he was by far and away for me the best player on the day. Definitely in the first half. You know, he knew he was offside. You could just tell by the way he slowed his pace down. Should he still be putting it on target? Yes, absolutely. But he knew he was offside. So
he fucked up. I know, like, it happens. But my main issue is Perisic. At this point, I will start playing the Son at left wing back. I cannot see that. I'm tired of seeing this guy. Every single time down the left does nothing. Even if I'm not mistaken, if you look at the heat map of Pro, every time he cuts in on the left, never goes down the right. I don't know if it's a tactical or like they're just playing out this way, but like it's unacceptable. There's not enough crosses.
It's not even the fact that there's not enough crosses. It's like, so the thing that really bothers me is I don't know if people watched, but in the first half, in the first 3 minutes of the game, right? There was times when Perisic was making those runs on the left wing, right? He was running down the sideline towards the byline, towards the corner flag, and Son was in the half space, and Son was in the half space between the two center backs, and but he was slightly behind him, and all Perisic had to do was play a diagonal ball back to Son, and he's off to the races. There was just he was in behind the back line. There's 2 or 3 times like that, and Perisic won't find him. It's not about doing the long crosses across the box for me. It's about hitting Son, especially when he's on a break, right? When we're in transition. It's one thing if their defense is settled and you come down and you cross the ball in and blah, blah, whatever. But when you're in the transition and Son's making that run in the half space, just play him in. He's right there. Drives me insane.
But there's one thing I'm gonna start criticizing, like Stellini, or if it's Conte. Can we please stop playing the 3-4-2-1? I'm begging you. I'm sick and tired. It just doesn't work with Son and Kulu.
No.
It doesn't work, man.
It works fine with Son and Kulu. It worked fine last season. We need to start.
No,
we need to start.
The runs, like the way he was playing like winger, like those runs, he doesn't make them anymore.
Yeah, because of Perisic.
Yeah, but that's the issue. Like, just change something. Perisic, it just doesn't work.
Yeah. That's why we need a different left wing back. But let's bring in the next guest all the way from Malaysia. He may be stepping it up, but Spurs haven't. Elias, big up Elias. What's going on, man?
I'm okay. I'm just okay. Like, come on, man. I feel like these few results can't be bothered too much. How are you guys doing, by the way?
I'm literally not losing it as a joke, Grumpy Grandpa.
Man,
I was being serious. I wasn't joking.
Can people stop being snowflakes? Honestly, you guys are fucking idiots.
But I wasn't joking. Like, cognitive dissonance and confirmation bias is a mental illness, right?
It is.
I'm not joking. I wasn't joking. I was being serious, right? There comes a point in time where when you start to analyze reality and it doesn't conform with actual reality, you need to go seek professional help. I wasn't joking. I was being serious.
No, but like my issue with those fans, they think, he has to score every game. Football doesn't work like that. I wish it was like that, but it doesn't work.
That's not what I was talking about, though. When I was mentioning if you thought Son played bad today, right? Then you have kind of delusional.
Yeah.
I wasn't joking. I was being serious.
For me, could he play better? Of course he can, like every player. But out of the 11, he was, for me, the second best on the pitch. For me, Romero was the best. Just personal opinion.
Okay, on this note, if someone tell me that, Son's finishing is not like how it used to be last year, okay, I can agree. But when they say, Son was so awful, that's delusion.
Do they watch Kulu play every week? Kulu shit.
Yeah, I don't know if that's... yeah, but it's different. I wasn't joking, though. I was being serious. From the UK, up late with his outlet nights. The man who's so great, he's got 3 initials. And you always have to call him out. KPV, we want to leave you out.
What's up, boys?
What's up, man?
What's up, KPV?
What's up, Dimitri? You alright?
Aren't you supposed to be asleep?
No, man. I go when I feel like it.
He sleeps when he wants. He sleeps when he wants. KPV. He sleeps when he wants.
I'm just playing FIFA, man, because I can't be asked watching us anymore. Just bring back some FIFA content, Ben and Sim. It's what I want. Not watching us anymore. Bring back FIFA content. It's what they did towards the end of last season. They bought some FIFA content and they done it towards the end as well. So that's what I've been telling them the past few weeks. Bring back FIFA content, not watching, because they can manage the club. It's what they do. So instead of going to watch, just bring back FIFA content and manage the club. And instead of, stop going to games, because I'm going to stop going until that bald-headed prick is gone. But he ain't leaving until, So another bad performance bringing Lucas Moapid on, semi-final hero, but bringing him on ain't good. Like, we've worn 2 blue kits in a space of the couple of days. This kit where we just won was the time we beat Marseille, and the one we wore against Sheffield United was the one when we beat Brighton and we were both wearing blue. Like, you can't both wear blue, Brighton had their home, we just had, that's probably the third kit we wore. But we have to keep wearing blue again when we're away. We can't wear white. Seriously. When we're away, we wear the white colours. And if it's against different teams, we can't wear that. Like Swansea, other teams, you can't. But this, seriously, we always beat Wolves at theirs and they beat us at our ground. But it's different this time. We beat them at ours, they beat us at theirs. We were looking through the double over them for the first time since 2003, 2004. That was the stat. But didn't happen. The good thing is Jimenez didn't score. It was the guy we were linked with, Traore, Spanish Traore, played for Middlesbrough and got relegated, then moved to Barcelona. Like, yeah, due to the region.
Yeah.
Not great. But we must win Wednesday. Like, people who are saying, singing Conte out and saying so much shit.
Okay, PG. You see,
Yeah,
we have
Before we
to
get,
win.
we got a bunch of people
Go ahead.
waiting in the back to come in.
Yeah.
So before we get too far down the road, the guy you know, he likes to punch the kangaroos, kick the koalas, and stick his foot up your platypus from Australia. Shane B's in the house.
Rushing.
Yep.
What's up,
Yo,
Mr. B?
everybody.
What's up?
Oh my freaking god. Why do I support Spurs?
Shane,
Jesus
Go ahead,
What's
Christ.
stick your foot up their platypus.
Oh man.
Hey,
Let him have it.
Shane, what time do you wake up to watch the games now? Today? What time did
1
you wake
o'clock
up?
this morning.
Oh,
1
dear.
o'clock. 1 a.m.
Shit.
What time is it in Australia?
Right now
It's
it's 11,
20 to 1.
20 to 1,
Oh.
12, 9, 39.
In the
Yeah,
afternoon.
20 to 1. Yeah. In the afternoon. But I actually think Porro had a good game.
I also think so.
Yeah, the first 5 minutes were a little shaky, but after that, grew into it steadily. I agree.
But
Yeah.
he doesn't cross the ball enough. Like
He had
he
some really
used
good
to.
crosses.
because
He
No.
had some really good, really dangerous crosses. Actually, there's one he put in the second half. He put it into the center of a box, and there was nobody there to meet it. You know, if Kane wasn't man marked out of the match, I think we could have taken our chances.
Yeah. A couple times. We got the next guest in. He's got one thing on his mind. You know what it is. He's been too lazy to change his photo recently, but he's here anyway. From the UK. Everybody in the comments, show your love for Steak.
Hello.
Hey,
What are your thoughts on the game, Steak?
I think Forrest actually had a good game.
Who?
where's the Forster?
Yeah.
No, I don't.
I thought it was okay.
He messed up on the goal.
Yeah, like all of his saves, he's got a problem, and we'll talk about it. Man, I so wish that I could show clips on this show because it would be so much a better show because then I wouldn't have to go on just the stats. I could actually show you guys the eye test.
But you can
But
you can
I'll-
go on. You can go on the highlights and just press pause on the.
Yeah, but but if I actually hit the play button, they'll do it. But I want to show you the clip, right? But instead of parrying the ball away, he parries it straight back out into the box. All 3 times today. That's exactly what he did. Right, and on that last, and then there was many of these saves where he should be catching them. Soft shots, right? And what does he do? He just punches them straight back into the box, into danger. And then our center backs immediately have to clear him. And if they don't get onto it, what happens? Traore. With what a awkward goal. The guy's like flailing his leg out. And it just happens to hit
That
the
is-
bar and fall right in the box.
That is such a
ab-
kickboxing.
Oh my gosh,
Exactly.
dude. It was such a dumb gold. Well, let's bring in the next guest who's now adopted Dietrich's old song just because the button's there. From Poland, Michael's in the house. Big up, Michael.
What's up, guys?
What are your thoughts on the game today?
Honestly, like it's the first show I appeared on for like a week, so I'm still completely vexed about the Sheffield United match. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, I don't think generally this game was that bad compared to Sheffield, which was absolutely pathetic and hopeless. But yeah, it's just, who else can score other than bloody Adama Traore out of nowhere? But yeah, like it's hard to describe this game because, as I said, I don't think we were that bad. I actually think that we, for once, started like shooting from outside the box. The crosses were kind of good. The Croatian bum on the left was really like he wasn't good that game, and he isn't good for like plenty of time so far. Like this year, I don't think I've seen a good Perisic performance, and it's honestly worrying for me. But I guess we will talk about it, right? Judging by the title of the stream.
Yeah, like, so for me, I'm Perisic. Not only do I want to go over today's game, and but I also want to go over the Sheffield United game as well, and his performance there, to highlight
would you call it a performance?
Yeah.
I mean,
Seriously,
it's a performance.
would you call it a performance?
It's just not a good performance, right? So bad performances are still performances, unfortunately. And because especially statistically, like against Sheffield United, he had the ball a lot. He did a lot of things. It's just he did a lot of bad things.
Yeah.
So, he had the opportunity at Sheffield United to probably have, have one of the best performances in the Spurs shirt that he had. He just completely wasted it. Right? And that's in the spaces that he occupies, and like there was a lot of the times in the first half and in the second half where, on that left-hand side, Son was a good 10 yards deeper than Perisic for the transition, for us changing the ball. And look, man, I want it to be, I don't want it to be causation, but right now I'm really struggling to find out how it's not. Like, did Son have some opportunities today? Yeah, and Jose Saw stopped him, right? So unless people want to count, one shot from outside the box was kind of soft, and it was an easy save for Saw, right? The second one was a full out reaching dive from Saw. He collects it. Yeah. What are you going to do about that one? His other opportunity that I think was the best opportunity on the night was a deflection off the defender's leg. Like, how if he was aiming and they ended up hitting the bar because of the deflection. If Son's, that would have hit the back of the net 100% if that guy doesn't get the top of his shin pad onto that shot. That was it. Those are the only other opportunities that Son had. I mean, Son didn't have shots in the box or the headers in the box that Perisic had. He didn't have the header in the box that Kane, or the shot in the box that Kane had.
But Will, there's one small issue I have with Son lately. He doubts himself a bit too much on the field, especially shooting wise. Sometimes against Leicester when he came on, like, he didn't care, he just shot it and went in. Most of the times he's trying to cut in, fake shot, then he shoots, then he gets blocked. Most of the times it happens with him lately, and he needs to stop.
Yeah, like also I would like to add to the Perisic thing. Like, I don't want to say that because of Perisic's like existence on the pitch that Son is suffering from that, but I think there is just stylistically something not right about them two being on the pitch. Because whenever I see like pass maps and heat maps from the game and average positions, etc., right? Perisic is like plenty of times higher. Yes. His average position is higher than Son's, right? Also, when you look at pass maps, there is hardly any passes going from Perisic to Son, but Son is passing to Perisic, but Perisic rarely passes to him, right? And I just feel like he kind of like makes Son play deeper than he would like to and closer to the middle than he would like to. And I think, at least from what I remember, when I was watching Contest Inter, right? They had two up top, and Perisic was basically like alone in that part of the pitch, right? It was all his. He could do whatever he wanted there, and also I feel like there was more value in him crossing the balls as often as he does because of Inter's two strikers instead of our one, basically, right? And their wing backs being better in the air, because I don't think there is any merit to Perisic crossing the ball when we only have Son. Not Son. When we only have Kane in the box, and Poro is like what 1.70 m or something. I don't think he should be crossing as much as he does. We kind of, I think, need more of a combination play, passing the ball through the defense, not always crossing, right? So I just feel like it's not his issue. I think he's doing his job kind of well. I just feel like he is kind of stylistically not
You're so
for
funny,
our
man.
team.
What happened?
What's going on?
No, just us who can see it. That's it. No, nothing. Nothing.
Yes, I agree with you. I think too the difference too is Perisic was playing in the 3-5-2 system where they were a lot more central than the 3-4-3 that we're playing now. And I agree with you. When Son plays the ball down to him in that corner, that's what I was saying. Like there was a time today in transition, the ball comes into Son plays it into Perisic in stride. Perisic runs to the corner, and then Son then makes a slight diagonal ran into that half space. And you have the center back is out with Perisic, and Son's right there in the box, like just at the top of the box, and there's nobody in his path. And all Paris has to do is play a diagonal ball back, simple pass back, and Son is got a free reign on goal. And what does Paris do? He takes it to the byline and then just lobs it across the box, and then it turns into nothing.
Exactly.
And
and there is no one there to be at the end of that ball, right? That's as I said. I don't think he's doing like bad things, but they are bad with our profile of the team, I would say.
Because I don't like him. That's why.
Yeah.
I also don't like him.
Who, Perisic?
No, Hotspur TV.
That idiot in the comments.
Easy answer. It's my show. If I don't want you in the comments, you don't get to be there. He's lucky I didn't block him. That's like,
just don't work with Son. That's the problem. Like, Kulu's probably more better than Perisic.
huh?
Perisic and Son can't work together. Only, I think, Doherty and Kulu worked, but Perisic and Son is not working. I think you need to put maybe Son at right and Kulu left, but that's not going to happen.
Nah, because I think Kulusevski also likes playing like near the byline, right? Near the sideline. So I think again they would just be crowding each other out, right? They both want to be in the same space. Because if you look at Kulusevski and Royal is good. I mean good. He does like the job cutting inside and leaving all that space to Kulusevski to operate in, but they also sometimes switch, and they basically work together well because they don't occupy the same spaces. Whereas I think Son and Perisic want to be in the same place, but they can't be in the same place because that's not how it works, right? We don't need them both near the byline, or we don't need them both cutting inside, right?
In today's game, you could see Poro and Kulusevski working that channel. They both were on the same page. They were reading the same, same book. Son and Perisic, I've been saying it for so long that they occupy the same sort of spaces. I've been saying it for a while. And Perisic rarely passes back to Son. Rarely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, Dietrich's posted an interesting map earlier today in the group chat that I might bring up later. It's basically a pass flow chart. You see the directions in which players are passing. I think maybe Mike, you're in that group too. Maybe you saw it too. But every ball that went into Perisic ended at Perisic.
Yeah, exactly.
It was pretty bad. But we got a couple super chats here. We got TJ Warren TV says, big up Will in the panel. Does Conte keep his job? AC Milan get a result on Wednesday. P.S. Arsenal robbed 3 points in broad daylight. Arrest them. Look, dude, they're getting lucky, and as long as the luck keeps going their way, and I say luck in the colloquial sense of you know,
The refs are cheating.
of being happen, you know, of situations that don't necessarily come down to their own effort. But hey, that is what it is. You can't change it. And then we've got
Liverpool, Man City, and Chelsea, Arsenal. They've still got
They
to
will
play.
slap
through,
Chelsea.
haven't
Come on, like.
Well, that's just
Just-
sack Potter.
And then you got David here with another $9. He's or $10. He says, Michael, spot on. It's not a coincidence. Perisic is taking up all the space and sending in wasteful crosses. I miss Ridgie or Cess. Low hard crosses last year. Wasting Europe's best finisher. Left wing back joke. Look, I don't like Perisic's crosses into the box have been poor as of late. At the beginning of the season, when he was getting assists, they were a lot better.
Yeah,
Lower, harder, more of an outward swinging cross that was finding people. That's why he has like 9 assists or something like that. Or but he hasn't gotten. It's been a long time since he got an assist.
Well, most of his assists came from dead ball situations or headers.
Well, 4 of them did, right? Not all of them, right? But that's what I mean. The headers are because of a cross. That's how you score goals off of a cross, right? It's usually
No, I mean,
9
like,
out of 9 attempts.
It was a dead ball, then
free kicks or corners, right? A lot of those assists are from free kicks and corners.
Only 4 of them, right? So 5 of them are from open play.
Yeah, I thought more
and
of
there
them
was
would
one
be-
with his header against Wolves. at
Pretty sure.
home.
Yeah.
I
That was
remember last
season.
time I checked, it was 4 were from dead ball, 5 were from open play. Or maybe it's the other way around. 5 from dead balls, 4 from open play. But anyway, that was kind of the ratio, 4 out of the 5. But what was I gonna say? Sorry, my phone turned on. I had a message.
Message.
Yeah, a message. But anyway, oh yeah. So the thing that I think is the biggest problem is you have Emerson, Doherty, and all the guys that have been playing on the right. When they take the ball to the byline, sometimes they'll play that short pass into Kulu, and then he can kind of do something and find somebody else and do whatever. Son's not getting that ball ever. It's like almost like I feel so frustrating because he's making these runs into those half spaces, and the ball never comes there ever. It's not even like it's sometime. It's never. Anytime the ball goes down into that corner with Perisic, it's going across the box. So it's completely, and if you saw it today, I don't know if you saw it today, but we would switch it to the right and then switch it back left and then work up that left-hand side. So it's like you're taking, Son now, if you watch, has to creep all the way over to the right side with Kulu to get involved
Yeah.
in the play.
And
So
when
Son's attempting to change his own game, the position that he's supposed to be, in order to make up for Perisic completely ignoring him.
He's also picking up the ball further back even into our own half. He's playing almost like a wing back.
or a central mid, right? That's basically what I meant by his like average positions and his heat maps. If you look at them, is way more central and deeper than he usually would want to be, right? And he's basically playing as if we had another central midfielder, but that's not his position. That's not what he's good at, right? As we said, like the best utilization of Son would be to make those like short passes when he's making the run behind the center back's back, right? But he's never getting the ball from Perisic. There is no link-up play between them two. And as I said, if we played a bit of a different system with a bit of a like different profile of player, I think what Perisic is doing would be really useful, right? But with the profile of players that we have in our front three, it's not working, in my opinion. Like it's not useful whatever he's doing, right? So
yeah, and I'm just gonna tell people right now, you've got it's now 120. So it's gonna be 1,980 minutes where Son and Perisic have played together, and Son has 0 goals. And in 445 minutes of them not playing together, Son has 9.
Yeah.
So I want that to seek into people's heads. Okay, almost 2,000 minutes of them playing together, Son has no goals. In 400 plus something minutes of them not playing together, Son has 9 goals. In 400 minutes, he has 9.
So a goal every 50 minutes, pretty much, right?
Yeah.
That's a
Which
that's a
is
mad
the
stat, right?
which is the second highest in all competitions for Tottenham this year.
Yeah.
Only Kane,
you mean the-
has scored more.
Yeah.
And what annoys me, when we don't play Perisic, we play Davis and left wing back, but Son doesn't start. We start Richie. He
Yeah,
never tried the combo of Davis and Son.
Yeah, I want to see the Davis and Son. We saw Davis got 2 runs in a go the other
It
day.
was way better when Davis was on.
Yeah,
the
I
team.
want to see Son and Davies play together. Like they
Yeah, I would have
used to in the
started
past.
them.
But not only do they have a lot of experience playing together, but Davies knows to stay out of Son's way, right? And he knows to give him the ball, right? I'm telling you right now, I'd be willing to put on a bet, not a large one, but a pretty significant one, that if Davies starts with Son on that left-hand side, Son scores in that game.
Alright, let's do a bet.
Steak.
You know what I mean?
One steak.
You're already losing one bet. You're already
Shane, don't say
losing one
anything,
bet.
please.
Yeah, the TOT. I got to get a TOT tattoo by the end of the
Yeah,
season.
mate.
So
Also, it's
Uh,
not.
Are you gonna,
Also,
are
it's
you gonna,
done.
yeah,
are you gonna
mathematically, it's
TNT
done.
on TNT? Are you going to get TNT on both cheeks?
No,
No, he's getting
no,
both
I'm
of
not doing
them.
that. Right here, you see this? You see that little bit right there? Of my tattoo that I've already got. I'm gonna get TOT along that edge, real small.
Well, Tottenham on tour.
Steak on tour.
No comment on how big that would be.
Yeah, I'll be there. Man, I just look. Sess needs to come back soon or something. I don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's still like a month, I think, right?
Yeah, but we gotta maybe. Look, I'm hoping tomorrow or Wednesday's game is gonna be Dyer, Longley, Romero, Davies, Son, Kane, Kulusevski, Skip, Højbjerg. I mean, that's the team that needs to play for me. I think if we play that team, we win. I really do.
Why not play the 4-4-2? Good work.
No,
Danjuma.
it's not gonna happen.
Joe,
I think, but another thing too. Let's talk about. I agree. Regulon would be great right now.
he went on
Yeah.
loan, Reggie. We got him.
I know.
We sent him on loan. We didn't sell him. We just went.
He's not doing well.
He got injured, so he
I've-
hadn't played much. He's only played, I think, like 4 or 5 games.
Yeah,
See.
I think the
Atletico.
only reason we got rid of like Reguilon was one, it was the whole like training thing, right? That he was late for trainings, and the second thing is registration. In my opinion, we just wanted more space in the team, right? Because I think we
Foreign
kept
players, yeah.
Sessegnon because he's homegrown, right? And we wanted to register Perisic, and basically they probably didn't want like any more wingbacks, right? Because at that time we had 3 on the right, I think. So basically they just decided with Doherty over Reguilon. That's I think what happened, right? Because I don't think Doherty is homegrown in England, right?
No, he's not.
No, he's not. He's
Yeah,
Irish.
he's not. Yeah, he's
In the
Irish.
Premier League, yes.
In the Premier League, yes,
Yeah,
but
in
not
the
in
Premier
the not in the Champions
You're right,
League.
though.
But
Even Dyer is
see,
in
it's not,
home.
what are you talking about? Reggie was good. He had one of the best completed cross ratios in the Premier League last season, or the last season they played in it.
The
So
season before, I think.
he's very good at it, and he didn't get in Son's way. Like I'm telling you, it's becoming. I want it to be fallacious. I want it to be not causation. But I'm telling you, it's the evidence is becoming far too compelling for me not to believe that Perisic is having a big impact on Son's ability to score. Today he did have some chances, but we'll go over those. None of them were clear cut, other than the one that was offsides, but you could tell that he knew he was offsides. But he's having to. Interesting stat: his average goal distance last season was around 13 to 14 yards. So that means that most of the shots came from inside the box. This year it's 18.8. Okay, against Sheffield United, all 4 of his shots were outside of the box. Today, all but 1 was outside the box. I think it's the only way that the guy can get a shot off is from outside of the box. You know, I just don't.
Yeah, I also think that the problem that we had last season, which, if you remember, was playing against like low block teams, we always whined about no creativity in the team, you know, that we struggle with breaking down teams. I think it's slowly creeping up again. Like we didn't get rid of that flow in our game, and I think that if teams give us like respect and actually play low block like Wolves did today, especially in the second half when they switched to a back three, I think we struggle with that heavily. There is, like, as we said, there is hardly any creativity other than Kulusevski, and I think we don't have a profile of striker ready to take on center backs, like with more assured success than like. So sorry, what I meant to say is when Inter played, they had Lukaku, and Kane is 100 times better than Lukaku, but what Lukaku was good at was bullying center backs with his physicality. I think Kane can do that, but there are some matchups that he cannot win, or he's just out, like overcrowded, right? There is 3 center backs against him alone, and he isn't good at dealing with those situations, right? And that's basically what Inter did whenever someone low blocked against them. Lukaku was capable of scoring headers, right? But I just don't think we have other like way of dealing with low blocks than crosses, and we are not good at finishing those crosses. So
yeah, and I mean too, you've got for me, I think Kane needs to do a better job at holding the ball up. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of times where, I know that in the first half you had their defensive midfielder Lemina, right, or Lamina, or however you say his name,
Lamina,
man marking him the entire time. And I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about after he left the pitch, and they weren't man marking Kane anymore.
yeah, but
He would get the ball, turn, and play a pass to either Son or Kulu or somebody trying to make a run, and it was just playing it right to Craig Dawson, like right at his feet. Like it wasn't even close to getting past him. He did that like 3 or 4 times. Like those passes have to be better.
I agree with you 100%. But in this formation, it shouldn't be his job doing that. It just shouldn't.
But hold up play? Yeah. That's his
Hold up
job.
play. No, his job is to be in the box waiting for a cross or 2 ball. That should be his job. If we had 2 strikers, I would say yes. Let's say if we had Son next to him on the 3-5-2, I would say yes. But now he shouldn't be holding up the play. It just doesn't make sense. You have 4 midfielders and 2 wing backs.
yeah, like I get it. Basically, it should be someone else distributing those balls to the wingers, right?
Exactly.
It should be probably one of the wing backs cutting inside and distributing the ball, or one of the central mids, or even one of the wingers, right? Whereas with how we play, it's always Kane dropping deep, right?
Yeah.
But it creates an issue that whenever he drops deep and plays the ball out to the wing, he then has to make a run into the box and try to
And
fight
he's not
for a header
fast
at the
enough.
yeah, and
He's
he's
not-
not fast enough. And as I said, I don't think he's physical enough to bully all defenders, right? There are some defenders that will beat him in the air, and it's just physically they will beat him, right? So
But for me, he's got those, and I'm not talking about coming deep and getting the ball here. I'm talking about when he's getting these passes here,
Yeah.
right?
But he
And they
shouldn't
coming in
get-
and Son to make runs off the corner. He
But
should
shouldn't
though.
get-
If the ball's in midfield and it's coming to him, if it goes wide, then he makes runs in the boxes in the box, right? There's two different. If the ball's out wide, I'm not talking about. But that's not when he's getting the ball. When he's getting the ball is when it comes in from Oliver Skip or Højbjerg from midfield and it's played into this area.
Yes,
And then
I
he's
agree.
making those key on passes for those guys overlapping him, and he's playing it directly to the defender, directly at him. Like it's not even like the defender has to slide or you get, no, he's literally just passing the ball right to him.
Yes, I get it. But he shouldn't get those passes in the first place.
Because he was the best player on the pitch. That's why he got a 7.4. You're so dumb.
Romero was,
Son-
and he's asking.
Romero was the best player.
Listen, I don't. The whole Son situation is so hard because because of last season, people expect him to be slapping goals left, right, and center, right? The issue is that if he doesn't score, people automatically switch from good to bad, right? There is nothing in the middle. Like nobody appreciates off the ball work that he does. Nobody appreciates like all the stuff that he is doing, but he's not getting the service required, especially from Perisic, right? I think he is not playing as good as he was playing last season, right? That's clear to see for everyone, right? But it's not like he went from a 10 to 2, right? He's at 6 or 7, sometimes even an 8 in some of those games. It's just that there is no numbers behind it, so you cannot really argue with some people because he isn't at like on 20 goals in all comps or something. So like people need to understand that football is not only about like scoring.
Yeah, but they
goals,
don't. That's what I'm saying. You have such shallow commentary, and then what amazes me is that even when you try to explain it to them calmly and rationally, they're just like, nah. They just completely deny reality, right? Like I could show you clip after clip after clip, breakdown after breakdown of a Son performance, and like take today's for example, and people will be like, nah, he was crap because he had 2 goals, 2 shots saved and one deflected, right? Like that's his fault, right? People forget sometimes we're actually playing against another team. This isn't FIFA, right? Where you're just playing against a computer, an AI. These are actual human beings with brains. They're actually trying to prevent you from doing what you want to do, right? Like there are situations that you're doing that. And when you have a Son last season, I think people forget too, the Son last season for the first half of the season only had 4 or 5 goals. It was the second half in February when he went on this massive run from March to the end of the season, and he scored, like 12, 13 goals in 5 or 6 games, right? It wasn't like Son even last season. And what I really want people to realize is when you look at his breadth of his entire game, he's better last season in a lot of areas when it comes to his off the ball, his hold up play, transitional work, defensive work, better than last season. Okay. And not only that, but if you take the whole season as a whole, even with his scoring capacity that he's at now, it's not as it's like only his 3rd worst season in a Spurs shirt. Right? Like for 15, 14, 16, 17, 18, 19, 19, 20, we're all worse overall statistically than this season. Right?
We're
That's
talking
a
about
fact.
Arizona.
That's a fact. Okay? You cannot deny that. You look at all of his statistics, even his goal scoring ratio right now, it's not the first time that he's been even with his XG. It's not the first season he's been even with his XG. Right? It's the fact that he, most of the time, the last 2 seasons, he exceeded expectations so much. Right? That now when he's playing his normal level, right, people are saying that he's dog trash.
And also being handicapped by one of the teams.
And handicapped by Perisic. Because I'm telling you, it's not a coincidence that in almost 2,000 minutes, no goals, 400 minutes, 9. Right, and that includes 90 minutes of Perisic playing striker, who's now occupying the space that Son would have played on the left, right? But even if you want to take away that 90 minutes of Perisic playing striker, that's still 7 goals in 400 minutes versus none in 1. Right. So you can stop. People got to stop with the agenda. I mean, it's really sickening. It really is. Right.
Yeah, I also think the fact that his goals are all focused in KPV. Are you numbing?
Kyle, man, we got
Kyle, like,
you got a song on your mind, my man.
yeah, I also think it doesn't help that his goals are all focused in 2 or 3 games, right? It's 3 goals against Leicester, 2 against Frankfurt, 2 against Preston, and like 1 against Palace and 1 against West Ham, I think, if I remember correctly. And I think if you spread those goals out, like on different games, so for example, if he scored 1 against like X team and 1 against Y team instead of all 3 against Leicester, and same thing in the FA Cup and Champions League, I think people would also treat this differently, because then he would, in their eyes, contribute to more wins, right? Because like the argument I hear is, yeah, Son is on 9 goals, but all of them came in like 3 games, right? So basically he only just won more or whatever, right? Whatever the argument is. And that's stupid. As you said, he is basically equal with his XG, right? Which for most players is good, right? It's just that in the last season, I think he overshot his XG by like 6 or something.
Yeah, 7 or 8 goals. Yeah.
Yeah, 7 or 8 goals more. He had 23 goals scored and like 16 XG or something, right? So he was absolutely playing out of his mind, and everything that he shot was basically ending up.
1 shot, 1 goal. Like his conversion rate last season was insane, right? Like his shot on target, his goals to shot on target. Not even just last season, but actually over the last 3 seasons, it's just been absolutely just insane, right? But you know, I mean, it's me, Kulusevski too for me. And even though Kulusevski on here has a 7.4 today, I was surprised to see that. I need to look in here. I haven't looked inside of it to see what it entails, but
Probably successful passes. That's
I mean, his passing isn't super great. It's probably the dribble attempts. I think in the first half, Kulusevski had a decent game. I think the second half is maybe where it dried up. But looking here, these are his shots. So Kulu had 1 blocked, 1 shot on target. That was a good save by Jose Saw too, kind of keeping that goal out from that, and then 2 from again outside the box. That's probably where he's going to get a lot of points. 3 for 3 on his dribbles, 41 touches, not a whole lot. 3 key passes, okay. So yeah, I mean that's better than I thought. Maybe it's because the second half performance was so bad in the first half of the second half that it made me forget about his first half performance. And I guess it's true. We weren't really moaning about him in the group chat too much until he
I don't rate Kulu. Personal level, I just don't rate the guy.
until the second half. Why can't I get rid of it now? What's going on?
Shouldn't there be like an X button?
There's not though. That's what I was. I can't get out of it. Stuck. There it is. All right. But
While we're talking agendas, these Conte out people have got to wake up and smell the bloody coffee. Oh my god!
Tell me about it.
Shane, we just had what's his name? Toby gone. What's it called? The Big Six saying Antonio. Now he's making Conte outfits. Explain me the logic after not even a year.
There are a few idiots like that around, bro.
Makes as much logic as my computer fan.
so Harry Jackson, we know you're a Sun agenda type of guy, and that's not what I was saying, right? Even minus last season, which was an exceptionally good season, if you take Sun goal and assist contributions over the last 5 years, including this season, he's outperformed Harry Kane in goals and assist totals, especially when you remove from open play, right? And then when you go look at wingers in the last 4 to 5 years, in top flight of football. He was outperformed by all left wingers, especially in the Premier League. So you can't say that he has never been that great, right? That's false as well. Last season, if he would have had 2 more assists, he would have been the first player in Premier League history to go 3 seasons in a row with double-digit goals and assists. So to say he's never been great is dumb as well, right? But yes, the second half of last season was exceptionally better than his normal production, because before that, the most goals he had ever scored was 17, and that was the first half of that season 3 years ago, right?
Yeah.
So the only thing that's declined for Son this season, and I'm going to say it again, the only thing that is down for Son's performances this season is his finishing.
I agree.
That's it.
Yeah,
Everything else, every other aspect of his game, exactly the same.
Yeah, and as you said, it went down, but it went from exceptional to normal.
To normal.
Right? It didn't go from normal to absolutely
bad.
shocking, right, or something.
Because we forget, not only is he the second highest goal scorer for the club in all competitions, but he led the FA Cup in the amount of goals that he scored. He leads the Champions League in the most goal contributions. So what? The league, and this is the funny thing, that people want to make fallacious arguments, and it's not fallacious, it's just lying with statistics, right? 1 goal in 21 starts now, I guess it would be, right? 1 goal in 21 starts. Well, those aren't all of his starts. He started in other competitions, and he scored just fine, right? In the league. Well, why do you have to reduce it to the league? If we're talking about him starting is the problem, then the argument you're making is starting, right? And then when you're looking at the goals coming off the bench, he's going to score a goal if you put him on the bench, and then he doesn't, and now that fallacious reasoning is gone. The point is really, when you want to look at it, dive down in statistics, you have to look at the reasons. Has Son scored when he started? Yes. So obviously starting's not the problem. Has he scored when he's come off the bench? Yes. Has he not scored when he comes off the bench? Yes. So that's not the problem. What's the only consistent thing where Son hasn't scored in every instance? Perisic being on the pitch. Right? That's the only one that's left. It's the only one that's left. And we have evidence, 9 goals with Perisic not being on the pitch in that left wing-back role. Now, Son has scored with Perisic playing striker, but I'm saying as a left wing-back, right? Son has scored 9 goals. I'm just saying, that's the only one of these little, causation equals causality type of scenarios that's left for you. So, yeah, look, I'm gonna start. If you start, if everybody follow people, I'm gonna start putting all these Harry Wright accounts into the in block, right?
Yes, someone is really bored.
Bro, there's another one, the Indian Henry something.
What's that?
Indian.
That's Tizu.
Hairline.
I can see it because you guys have validated yourself through that. So, Tits So Soft, you've been blocked for 5 minutes. Change your name back to what it was. Henry Wright TV. If you do it again, I'm gonna block you off the channel altogether.
Well,
we don't need to. We don't need to. Indian Henry's 39, Sucky Hairline TV. You were blocked for 5 minutes.
Just block them for permanent, man. Get them off this channel, man.
But yeah. So. I honestly don't understand why. Like, if you're a Spurs fan, you should be upset that Son's not playing this way. Like, saddened, not ecstatic, going around screaming his face off. Right? Because ask Dietrich. Even though I was hard on Kane last season, as soon as he started playing good, what did I say?
You said he was shit.
No, I said he played good. Lie.
Like David said, woman simply class is permanent.
Right? You always have to, even Emerson. Who's been harsher on Emerson than me? Right?
Plenty of people.
As soon as he started playing well, what did I say? He's playing well. Because you gotta be honest, right? You gotta be honest. If you're not honest, you're a loser.
I don't know.
A mistake.
I still waiting for Roy Emerson to revert back to type and play shit. I don't think he's, you know, I'm a harsh critic of Royale, so yeah. I think Porro showed enough today that he should be starting every game now.
I'm not sensitive about Son. I'm sensitive about reality. Right? It would be that way with anybody. Like even if it was Emerson Royale and you had the game where he scored and he had a really good game, it's like, you know, man of the match. If you're coming on any show that I'm on and you're saying Emerson's was dog trash today, I'm going to tell you you're wrong and that you're not. Right? It has nothing to do with Son. It's about reality. When Son actually plays bad, I say it just like everybody else.
Emerson Royale.
Only problem is it's not actually true. Right.
It's just that people are allergic to listening to arguments, right? If they like make their mind up on something, right? It's so hard to change someone's opinion, right? And it's just the fact that you are defending Son often, right? Because he's the scapegoat of this season, right? There is always one scapegoat in each season. He's the scapegoat this season, and you are defending him, and people think that you have like some sort of anti-agenda with Son, right? That you absolutely love him or whatever, right? But the fact is that when you present facts to people, they don't listen, right? So it's like
it's confirmation bias. They have a confirmation bias. There's no. It doesn't matter what information. I could literally show them Son scoring 3 goals in a game, and they would still say he's horseshit, right?
Yeah, like, so, Will is not sensitive about Son, right? It's just pure facts, like.
Son will score more. Son's already scored. Son will score more than that this season. I'm not worried about it, Richard.
How many goals does he have in the league?
5.
Five.
Is it 5?
He's not
in the league 5. Yeah.
He's not going to score more than 10. I can bet it.
Yeah, but you have you have to realize that before the 2020 season, the most he had ever scored in the league was 12. It was his most he ever scored was 12. Right. He scored 10, 12, 12, 17, 23, and then this season he has 5 so far in the league.
Yeah.
So if he scores 12, it's a normal season.
I don't think he will score more than 12 because Perisic will be playing with him for most of the
season. Hopefully
right?
Perisic gets injured.
Okay.
So they can't
I don't wish him an injury, right? But yeah, like for the better of the team, I would much rather see Davies on the left wing back. But it's also an issue, right? Because if you play Davies constantly there, then we have no cover for the left center back role if one of them gets injured, one of Davies or Langley gets injured, right? Davies is also 30, so he cannot play like every 3 days, right? So
blocking all the fake Henry Wright accounts. That's why, right? First, not only is it against YouTube's term of service to use other people's images and make fake accounts. Henry's a friend of mine, and I'm just tired of the idiots, right? And it's not Stell doing it; it's me doing it. So go do one if you don't like it. Go watch somebody else's show. Right, I don't care.
He's an Arsenal fan. Just ignore him.
But like the stream and subscribe.
Then
Don't know, get to know.
Going back to the reports here, we got Mr. Harry Kane, Harold Canadis.
No, it's Harry Edward Kane.
Harry Edward Kane. Yeah, this is his shot map for the day. Only 3 shots. I think all of them got blocked. Well, he had that one there. It looks like it was off target in the 76th minute. But this one here, it was unfortunate. It was a good defensive block. That was the highest XG shot of the entire game for the team. Looking at as a whole, it didn't get on the ball a whole lot. 46 touches, not a super small amount. 4 for 2 on his dribbles, 16 for 22. Like today, his passing overall was better than it's been recently. But the 6 there that he missed were guys making runs in behind. 1 for 1 on his long balls. 50% on his long duels. Good on the aerial. Lost the ball 15 times. This is another thing I always think is funny. People always moan about how often Son loses a ball, but he loses it less than anyone else in the front three. I can't get past the insanity, right? I can't get past it. I think that was a mistake. Tits so soft, sorry. Yeah. Going into our man of the match for the day, Heung-min Son. If you notice here, he had 4 shots on the day. All 3 of the 4 from outside the box. That was a great save. The first one I think was the soft one. No, that was, I can't remember which one was the soft. I think this one was the soft
60th.
one.
Yeah, that one is.
That was a good save from Jose Saw. Stopped him in the first 5 minutes. Diving, reaching, sliding. This one here was a bit soft. This one here got blocked. That was, and then the 88. This is the one that hit the bar, I do believe. So that one sucked. But it doesn't count as a shot on target because it was blocked. It was deflected, which I don't get. Why are people blaming him for the defender blocking a shot? So not only is he supposed to
should score, right?
not only is he shooting on target. Well, that's what I'm saying. Look at the XG on this one. This is what I don't get with people's logic, right? 0.9, so 10% chance of scoring this goal normally. That's a pretty high XG. It's not super low. When we go back to Mr. Harold Kane's, and we look at his that got blocked, 2 times more likely to score than Son. But nobody moans about Harold Kane having his shot blocked in the 80th minute. He should have shot it faster. He should have pulled up. He should have backtracked. He shouldn't let Semedo come down and get him, or whoever guy. I can't remember who slid in and blocked it. But if you're gonna be a dumbass, at least be consistent with your dumbassness, right? Like, Mr. Perisic, and I want to pull up his numbers from last time too. Super chat from Bob's for big up panel jit. Why isn't our silly winter manager figuring out Perisic's son's breakdown? And no, he's stubborn narrative. Please, he's a winner. I think he has. I just don't think he has any other options right now. Because they had stopped playing together for a while when Conte was actually here, but since Stellini started taking over, things have changed a little bit.
I have an idea. Why not switch Perisic and Son? And maybe I could
have Son be a left wing man.
No, I mean like going forward, you still Son, you have the left. Perisic is it left attacking mid, but defensively Perisic becomes the left wing back.
But
like they
Perisic is the crossmeister, right? Like
just for our team. Yeah, I don't know, man. Maybe they just haven't put the correlation together, or maybe they're trying to get it to mesh or something. There could be multiple reasons why they're doing it. First of all, Sessegnon's injured, so that's maybe main reason why they're doing it. It just happened that rotation for Perisic and Davies happened the same time as rotation for Son and Richarlison. I don't know. I want to see Davies and Son get a go, because I guarantee if you see that, Son's going to score, and you're going to start seeing that more, right? Like, I'm telling you, it's going to happen. But this for me,
left wing back.
this for me, for Perisic in the 41st, man. Again, I think it was a great save from Jose Saul, but that one for me is just as dangerous as Son's, and nobody on Twitter except for me is moaning about Perisic. That one there was just a horrible shot, but so I want you guys to see 57 touches, right? 57 touches, 67% in his passing, 10 for 2 in his crosses, 1 for 3 in his long balls. But I want you to see this. Look how much he loses the ball. 20 times he's lost the ball. Now I want to pick up his rating
It's
from
like-
Sheffield United as well, right?
It's like 30,
And he's a wing back.
right? It's like
So,
Will, that Indian Henry is back.
where's Indian Harry? Bye, Indian Harry. No, give me. Where's FA Cup?
How has he not scored?
It's usually the second one if that's the last game they played.
How has he not scored, man?
Not there.
Could at least done better.
I'm gonna have to go to the clubs matches.
Well, just go on Tottenham and you can see the games.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. But so he had 7.8 in that game, which is the highest rating on the day. But I want to show you why I always click on the guy and not just go off the score and look at the numbers, because he did do a lot of good things, right? But look how his passing accuracy for that game, 63%, 20 out of 32. So on this day, it was just volume. So there's two ways to grow. There's two ways to grow scores on SofaScore: volume or quality, right? And this is definitely a volume score. 90 minutes, 72 touches, right? The third highest amount of touches of anybody on the pitch. That means he was just an absolute on the ball all the time. Okay, key passes 3. So out of 32 passes, only 3 of those passes resulted in a shot. Okay, try to get that in your mind. Out of 32 passes, only 3 of them resulted in a shot. Okay, crosses 11, only 1 of them reached the target. Out of 11 crosses, only 1 reached the target. Out of 10 long balls, only 4 reached the target. 1 big chance created. Somebody's got some background noise.
yeah, guys. Someone needs to mute.
It's
KP.
KPV, I think.
Playing FIFA.
When you want to talk, just unmute yourself, Kyle, and we'll bring him back up. I got your hand sorted out. He had 4 shots on goal. 2 of them were on target. Look at the XG on these shots too. Where'd it go? Why is it not showing me XG? Dang it. Doesn't show it on the site. But the XG on these shots were really high as well. Look at the number of possession loss. 32 times. So out of 72, he lost it for 32 times. He lost about 32
my
times.
staff member, guys. It was just a staff member.
Gotcha. Okay, you're good now. You got 32.
32 times he lost possession. 32.
32 times he lost possession.
What the fuck?
And today, he
That's
lost
quite
it
bad.
Made
20
himself so
times.
proud.
Right? 20 times today that he lost possession.
It's quite bad for a wing
Yeah.
back. actually.
I have a question. When we beat City and Chelsea, did Perisic play?
No.
Just
He came in as a sub like in last 10 minutes, last 8 minutes. Something like
So
that.
maybe every time
I'm not
when
sure.
so every time he starts, clearly we lost. So
No,
he
we've
should-
won some games when he starts. He started too many games for that not to be the case. We've won too many games, right? But a lot of the games where I guess you could say we've gone down or we've conceded first and come back to win, or games when he hasn't been on the pitch, right? Leicester, Son coming on against West Ham, right? Perisic wasn't on the pitch in those games, right? So just think,
Yeah, when
any goal Son scored in, Perisic wasn't playing.
And,
In any
with the
competition, Champions League as well. So
And with the West Ham game, when Perisic came on the pitch, he absolutely got rinsed by I think it was like Ben Rama.
yeah,
No, the Bowen.
that's what I'm saying. Son
Yeah.
comes on the pitch, scores a goal. Perisic comes on the pitch, and Son's output immediately disappears. Right? That was when that game for me was the game that made me go research all of this. Right? Because I had an inkling in my mind. Right? I had a hypothesis But the straw that broke the camel's back for me to actually dive into the numbers, I literally went through game by game, minute by minute, to see how many goals Son has scored while Perisic has been on the pitch, and it was 0.
I mean,
0.
How long have I been saying it, though?
You've been saying it for a long time. I knew there was
one of the first people to say that they were playing in the same sort of spaces, and I was shot down every time.
Yeah. Well, you were right. You were right, Shane. And I agreed with you that there was an issue. I just didn't want to think that it was so bad, right? I was maybe had a little bit of cognitive dissonance there because of my skepticism that was necessarily the case. But I mean, just look at the numbers for today, right? 57 touches, 67% is passing, 1 key pass. So out of 30 passes, only 1 of them resulted in a shot. 10 crosses, only 2 of them reached their intended So you're talking 10 to 12 crosses a game. And the guy is only hitting the target with 1 or 2. I'd have to go back to earlier in the season when he's actually getting assists. And I bet that number's a lot. That ratio is probably closer to 50%.
Yeah.
Not 2 or 20%.
Or 1 in 11 in the Sheffield game.
57
right?
touches and he lost the ball 20 times.
Yep. We've got
So
big chances missed, 1.
37 times.
Basically 30% of the time he has the ball, he loses it, right?
Yeah. And then against Sheffield United, it was
Yeah.
about the same ratio, right? So 32 out of 72, right? So, or 1/3 of all of his touches end up in him losing the ball, right? Got dribbled past twice defensively today. You can't see it because it's behind the people. I'll move it over like this. But he got dribbled past twice today. Look, man, the guy, I had high hopes for him. I think that's why, Shane, I had high hopes for Perisic, that he was going to be a really good player. And he just hasn't turned out to be. You know what I mean?
I told you in the past that he was shit, and you used to tell me, oh, he has like 9 assists. I told you he's not good enough.
Yeah, but when we see things, we can see things anecdotally, 1 or 2 cases, right? But when you see it to the point where it starts to become a statistical trend, right? Then you know you've got a real problem, right? Because it can take some time. He's a new player. You can get people to come in, so saying you got 3 games into the season, they don't play well together. Well, that could change, right? There's a lot of, but we're 20 weeks into the season now, 26 weeks into the season now, and it hasn't changed. And in fact, it's getting worse.
For me, it was like my last straw with him. It was before the World Cup. He just wasn't good enough to be at Tottenham or even playing at the Premier League. He's not good enough.
Yeah. And then you got Højbjerg today.
So sorry, Will, before you start, I have to jump on because it's really late. Jump off, sorry, because it's really late here in Poland. So thank you for all the talking.
Yep, big up, man.
Big up, Michael.
Yeah, big up, man.
Have fun, guys. Bye.
Take it easy.
Steak.
Steak. Going on to Højbjerg, played full 90 minutes, had a low rating today, 64. Højbjerg usually is another volume guy, right? Gets good scores on SofaScore for volume, and sometimes has good performance as well. 85 touches, 87% passing accuracy, 10 for 2 on his long balls today, right? Like this needs to be better. Dribble attempts 1 for 1. Only lost the ball 12 times, right? That's a solid guy. So even though he got a 6.4 in a rating, what's it going to be for? He got dribble pass once, interception 1, clearance once. It's basically just going to be for his passing, right? Even his passing was not. I don't know why this is a 6.4.
How many passes were like sideways?
I don't know. It doesn't tell you that. I don't know what's on here that would cause his rating to be so low. That's a lot of touches.
Key passes probably.
Well, maybe it was just a lot of backwards passing. Maybe they weren't progressive. I don't know, but I don't know. It could be a mistake too.
I think it's 2 fouls. Is it?
Yeah, but 2 fouls. You didn't have a yellow card.
That maybe as well,
Yellow
yeah.
card deducts a lot of points. I know, but it doesn't do that. But anyway, 6.8 for Oliver Skip. Let's look at his
Yeah,
stats.
on
He
the
had
game.
2 shots.
Tottenham boy.
One of them was a reverse corner kick. No, I'm kidding. It's the one right there. And then 72 touches, 1 key pass, 91% in his passing, 6 for 6 on those long balls. It's got to be those long balls, I would guess, for Højbjerg. That's the only thing that I can think of because their stats are pretty similar. And Skip's got a 6.8 and Højbjerg got a 6.4. Maybe Scott was in charge of sofa scores today and he just gave Højbjerg 6.4.
Second half, he was bad.
Well, I think everybody in the midfield and back line
Yeah, but
struggled in the second half.
sorry, such a better player, but he just doesn't start. I don't know why.
I don't know, man. Skip had some good performances, and Sarr didn't do too well against Sheffield United, right? So that's probably what they were thinking about it.
He was
Pedro
very
Porro.
good against
Chelsea though.
Pedro Porro today, I thought he did well. People were making fun of him for his first shot, which is granted. It was kind of off the outside of his boot. He was trying to be sneaky, and it was a high opportunity. Just the same XG as Sun's shot that got blocked. Should have been putting that one on target. I agree. I think Shun should have put his on target as well. That's the one there that racked the post.
Yeah, the free kick.
That was a great free kick shot.
Yeah,
I don't know why
it was.
Harry
I
Kane.
loved it.
Dietrich, what do you gotta say about Harry Kane taking free kicks, dude? Hit on the ground into the wall.
There's one thing I'll say. He has every right.
I think he should have taken that free
Robert,
kick.
I'll show you why you're wrong here in a minute. But yeah, 53 minutes. He had a shot blocked. I thought it was a pretty decent strike that got blocked. And then again here is a great save from Jose Sá that kept that last goal out.
Did he? No, on the free kick, did he touch it or just went to the bar?
It just racked the bar, I think.
Yeah.
So he didn't touch it.
Keeper got a touch.
Did he get a touch
No.
on it?
Yeah, he got a touch on it.
But
But that keeper's so good.
I told you guys Jose Sá was so good. I told you his first season in Wolves that he was so good. He's the best goalkeeper in the league. I'm telling you right now, if he played for a top 6 team, he'd be better than Allison and Ederson combined.
Yeah. I
You
think
see-
we should go to him.
Huh?
Yeah, we should.
I like Saw. I think he was the best signing of the season last season. He was the signing of the season. Better than Ramsdale for me.
Way better than Rams. I'm telling you right now, if we could get our grubby paws on Jose Sá, we'd be set.
Yeah,
We would be set.
Would you take Martinez or Saw?
Saw's a better
Saw
keeper than
is
Martinez.
better.
Yeah, he saved Mitchell's penalty though. If you remember, he saved Mitrovic's penalty when they drew 1-1 earlier in the season. Wolves and Fulham.
Yeah.
We need a better penalty saver. Lloris hasn't done that since we got to the Champions League final, and then we beat City in the new stadium when Liverpool won the title. So he's not saved penalties since. But this guy knows how to. Saw or the Croatian goalkeeper, but I think
Livakovic.
Plum.
Yeah, like with Saw, Saw is a good shot stopper. He's not a great shot stopper. Like Lloris in his prime is probably a better shot stopper than Saw. Saw comes out, command his box. Did you see how many times Saw dove for balls and caught them? Like caught it. Like they stick to his gloves. Like he can actually catch balls rather than Forrester diving and punch over. You know, he's diving more than he needs to, and then ends up punching balls away that are right here in his chest. Just catch it. Catch the ball. You're a goalkeeper. Why do you punch everything away?
He's doing
Like,
what Lloris does.
I don't know if this new goalkeeper coach that we've got is
I think it's
telling
that-
him to do that, but nobody's catching the ball, man. They're just punching it away.
No, he did that at Southampton too. Like that's his
It's
how
his
he
style.
stops. That's his style.
Just catch it.
Yeah, but Lloris was also punching the ball away, or trying to at least anyway.
No, Lloris
know?
at least at times he does catch the ball, like he tries, but
No,
at
you're-
Foster, like he always punch the ball.
No, but like even Lloris is punching the ball way more than he used to. I don't know if it's a new goalkeeper coach thing or what, but it's got to stop, man. You got to catch the ball.
No,
Right.
like, of course, like every goalkeeper coach would tell you to catch the ball, but like, they're so small. Like, Lloris is so small, like in terms of height, like he doesn't have the choice but to punch it sometimes. But in
He's
Forster's case, makes no sense.
What I mean by set is set and goal, Adam. not the rest. But yeah. Pedro Porro though on the day, 6.7 rating. Pretty good XG for wingback. 2 key passes, so he got some key passes. 50% on his crosses. And all that good stuff. Let's see. 2 key passes, 2 for 1 on his crosses, 4 for 2 for his long balls. Shots on target, blocked. Decent dribble attempts, 4 out of 1. That's not great. Ground duels, 9 for 1. Only lost the ball 13 times. So needs to improve the defensive side of the game still. It's a little weak defensively. But going forward, it's not bad. Not great. It wasn't a super performance. But not bad. Dietrich is man of the match. Christian Romero. 90 minutes. Clearances 3, tackles 2, 2 interceptions. I think some of the tackles, what inflates Dietrich's score a little bit here is some of the tackles were in kind of like tense and necessary situations, so they get a little bit of bonus points, and I'll give him that.
Lost possession was my biggest. He lost possession in dangerous areas.
Yeah, lost the ball
Would be
7 times.
Would that be my only criticism of Romero today? He lost the ball a couple of times in bad areas.
Yeah. Touches, he had 80 touches. Accurate in his passes, he only had 5 passes that didn't intend their target, but they were pretty much just all sideways passes for the most part, right? I think on his long balls, yeah, missed 3 of the 6. So I think we did miss him. Definitely way better than Sanchez. You could definitely see a difference. Look, I thought we came out and I thought we looked strong. Like first 15, 20 minutes, man. And Wolves just kept breaking up the play with those dumb injuries, dude. They really, time wasted a whole bunch this game. Clement Longley, I thought there was a couple of times where he had some bad passes and he gave the ball away. None of them that really necessarily cost us a goal or anything like that. Had a little shot there from a corner kick that probably it's a pretty decent XG.
Was that
header?
The header?
Yeah, header.
Yeah.
Ground duels, 3 for 1 of his ground duels. Defensive thing, he, like I said, it didn't have a whole lot to do in where he was playing in the middle. He got dribble pass once. 60 touches, 89% on his passes. 7 for 5 on his long balls. See, that's pretty good. 7 for 5 on long balls, playing him out in the back. Big chances missed 1. That's a header that he missed. And yeah. Mr. Ben Davies didn't have a great game, didn't have a horrible game today. I think there was a couple of opportunities, some errors that he made. 3 for 2 in his ground duels. Only lost the ball 4 times out of 43 touches. Didn't get on the ball a whole lot, to be honest with you.
Will, I think somebody made a comment. Perisic assisted Son against Preston, so that's the terrain mud. Yeah, in a way. There was 1 goal, yeah, correct.
What?
1 goal, yeah. Actually, Perisic once assisted for Son. Somebody just pointed that out.
No.
Can
Where does
11.
Perisic play against Preston?
He was a sub in that game. So
He was a striker.
was it?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So yeah, there was just 1 assist.
I said psych. I already said that game. 90 minutes from Preston as him as a striker. Something like that. I said as a left wing back. Right. Let's not be dumb.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
So tell the person in the comments to stop being dumb. Ken, stop being dumb. Go check your numbers before you come at me, bro. Yeah. So touches 43. 3 for 3 on his long balls. That's pretty good. You know, look, out of all of the guys that I don't like, Ben Davies is the least one I don't like from that right now, dude. He's playing well.
Playing shit.
He's playing better than Eric Dyer, I should say that.
Elias, you were not going to mention his name, but you did in the WhatsApp group. Now you're mentioning him.
It's not sensitivity. Stop being. I already said as a left wing back. So don't make arguments that I didn't say, right?
Shut it,
It's not being sensitive. It's you being dumb. Don't be dumb. Right. Before you tell me my theory is wrong, actually argue against my theory.
Well, I prefer this back partnership than Dyer.
Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead, Kyle. Sorry.
Oh, sorry, Kyle. Sorry.
No, I was just going to say, tell Ken to stop arguing or else he can get blocked, and he's going to get a stunner and a rock bottom from me if he doesn't stop, because he will just get every single move.
Yeah.
A stunner is what he'll get if he doesn't stop being a dickhead. Stop being a dumbass, is what I said to him. That's all I'm going to say.
You get dumbasses everywhere, KPV.
Oh, what's going on?
No, I just
not.
said you get.
What are you talking about? What does asymmetric mean? What do you mean? Aren't ground duels misleading as they're inherently asymmetric in nature? What does that mean?
You get dumbasses everywhere.
Having passed that failed to correspond, basically, in a way, I think. Some sort of that nonsense.
I know what asymmetric means, but how does that apply to ground duels? It's two people coming in for a challenge. That's what a ground duel is, right? It's not a 50-50. Ground duels are the ball being on the ground and they're, defending and struggling and boom, like holding the ball up and winning the ball off of each other. That's what a ground duel is. Why is that asymmetric?
No, but what in what context is he talking about that actually?
I don't know. That's why I asked him. What is it? I don't know what he means. But let's look at the man of the day that people say was horse poo poo. So we got Mr. Sun here. Only one shot in the box that got blocked. The one right there at the beginning of the first half.
Bro,
the one that hit the bar.
There's a Y word comment somewhere. You need to block that guy.
Phil Coy, did I miss your super chat? Let me go back and see. Sorry if I did, buddy.
Will's thing's going a bit flashy. It's like going faster.
Oh, there it is. Building a team around Kane and Son too late. Well, I mean, I don't think it's too late. It just depends. Will Daniel Levy do it? No, I don't think he will. But
and depends if Kane's around next season.
Yeah, it's true. It depends if Son's around next season. Data's in the eye of the beholder. No, data's a data. That's why I like data. You can't do anything about it.
You can't do much about that.
Reload's trolling them now. Aren't ground duels obtuse to the acute angle of Pythagorean's theorem? Einstein relativity. No. Who's Alex? What did Alex say?
He said yank.
Well, we're talking about Mr. Box Office, yeah? We're talking about
Unlike an aerial duel, an in-ground duel only one. No, that's incorrect. So he says aerial duel in ground duel. Unlike an aerial duel, no, an aerial duel is the exact same thing as a ground duel, except one is in the air and one is on the ground. It's a 1v1. Influence or chances of other players, blah, 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 is irrelevant. It's a ground duel, right? It's two players in a 1v1 attempting to stop each other from winning the ball, right? No. Ken. That was KPV. And if you don't stop being a dork, I'll block you myself.
Stell's not here, Ken, so shut the fuck up.
Don't moan about being blocked. Let's see. Uh, 90. Expected goal 0.19, so he had a 20% chance of scoring today. Shots on target 2 block shots. He hit the woodwork once with one of those blocks. Touches 51 touches. Passing accuracy 90%. Only 3 passes didn't reach their intended target. 3 key passes. So 3 of his passes could have ended up in assists on the day. 8 for 1 in his crosses. 1 big chance created. No big chances missed for Tillman Son today, by the way. Ground duels, 0 for 4 in his ground duels, 150% in his aerial duels, and only lost the ball 13 times. You know, it's a trend. If you actually go back and look at Son's average, it's dang near dead on 13, right? So yeah. But that's how it is.
Can you show Romero, please?
Romero?
Earlier.
Oh, you did?
Were you asleep?
Oh, yeah. I'm eating shawarma, so I wasn't looking, sorry.
Oh my goodness. I feel like eating shawarma now. Let me order.
I swear to God, I was eating shawarma, I wasn't looking.
6 for 3 in his long balls, 80 touches. He had some 3 clearances, 2 interceptions, and 2 tackles, but I think it was just, I thought he had more than 2 tackles, but the 2 tackles must have just been the big ones. But
this guy's elite. I'm telling you,
he's a good player. Big difference when he's in the side and not in the side. Fraser Foster,
shit,
had 4 saves. Look, man, and all those one of those saves ended up costing us the goal. His distribution is just as bad as Reese's. Man, this guy is so slow. But maybe it's true. Is it obtuse to be acute? It is. I'm obtuse sometimes. But and then substitution wise, you know, Royal didn't do anything when he came on. I didn't really see the purpose on that substitute. I mean, I don't mind him coming on because of how good he's done, but
I didn't see the point of Lucas Moura coming on.
He played well though, I thought.
I think he played well, yeah.
You know, for the time he was on there, I don't think he'd done an awful lot.
I mean, he could have created two goals. 2 key passes in 13 minutes is pretty good data. For me, Lucas Moura, I thought he played decent against Sheffield United too, and I thought he played decent today. Like, he wasn't on a whole lot to impact, but you know, Kulusevski definitely looked like he was getting tired and was waning out, right? So you'd rather bring somebody in. So like, say Kulu in the first half was playing at like a 7.2, 7.3, 7.4 level, and then that's starting to drop off down below 7.0, and you bring in Lucas Moura to come on. Better than Richarlison did.
Yeah, I understand that, but why wouldn't it have been Danjuma or?
Because Danjuma's dog garbage. That's why. You know, if Lucas Moura's coming in off the bench and he's leaving, his contract ends. He's already signed with the Brazilian squad, right? Danjuma's bad. That's what I'm saying. Like, people think. When I said Danjuma was not a good player, I don't know why people didn't believe me. I've only been right about the last 12, 13, 14 people we've signed. Because he's not good. That's why.
I know he's not good, but I think that, you know, I mean, you know, it could have been Richarlison instead of Lucas Moura, then bring Lucas Moura on, you know, a little bit later when Richarlison was subbed, if that makes any sense.
I would rather Danjuma come on than Richarlison. I agree with you. Look, I want Danjuma to play as much as possible so he can show all of the people out there how bad he actually is. Trust me, I've got no problem with Danjuma playing. Right? What I'm saying is, how is Danjuma bad? Just look at his numbers, bro. It's as easy as that. Go back and look at his career. Look and see what he's done. You can see for yourself how bad he is. Right? He's a championship level player. That's it. Right? He is bad. Tell me how he's good. I can show you how he's bad. Okay. Just tell me how he's good. I'm not forcing my opinion to the people. My opinion's correct. It's because it's not my opinion. It's the data. Right? That's a great thing. When you rely on data as your thing, your opinion's not at risk because it's not your opinion. It's just a fact. But I think I would rather him play than Richarlison right now because Richarlison's even worse, brother, in my opinion. Right? I'm just saying, when I said that Stevie B was better than Richarlison back at the beginning of the season, who's been proven right now? I know it wasn't our choice that Steven Bergwijn wanted to leave. He wanted to actually leave to play football. But I'm telling you, man.
There's some noise coming from someone's mic.
That's right. We hijacked. Okay, you can dismiss everything as irrelevant, but pitch locations. First of all, I didn't dismiss it as irrelevant. I said you were wrong. Right? There's a difference. But pitch locations, less relative positioning of teammates, etc., are main components in a Terry Bradley model while evaluating one-on-one stats by Opta. What are you talking about?
What is a Terry Bradley model?
Okay.
I'd have to Google that.
Ground duels are 1v1s. Okay. So how can positioning of teammates be main components of 1v1 success or failure? That does not follow logically. You're going to have to explain to me that your premise here, okay? Regardless of the Terry Bradley model or not, right? Teammates cannot be, right? You literally have contradicting yourself. Explain to me how teammates are main components in evaluating 1v1s. It's a single person stat. You can't. Your teammates don't get attached to it, right? I'm not sure how good of how much English is your first language, but I think you need to check that again, my friend. Right? Because it doesn't follow, right? Teammates 1v1. How can teammates be considered main components in a 1v1 statistic? Right, please explain.
Vishal, I think if English is not your first language, explain me in Hindi. I'll try to explain if can, if I understand as well.
Yeah. But we can go to ground duel definition from Opta and see what he's saying about. Okay, I think I figured out the problem. Okay. He's using the definition, but I don't think he understands what the words mean. So I'm going to put this up on screen, and we'll read through it together. All right. So this is from Optima themselves, right? And we'll zoom this in a little bit so people can see it a little bit better. So Opta recognizes several types of 1v1 events, collectively known as duels. Aerial duels occur when two players contest a ball in the air. Okay. It means they contest it. This is a symmetrical event because neither player starts with possession. This is okay. What they mean by symmetrical in this is it's a 50-50, right? A ground duel are asymmetrical, meaning one person already has possession and the other does not, right? This is what they mean by asymmetrical, right? Johnny has the ball. Son comes up to try to tackle him and win the ball. Okay. One person has the ball. It's not a 50-50, right? It's Johnny X has the ball. Somebody tries to tackle him. Okay. Player has possession and the other is trying to regain it. Frequently, it is the attack that has possession rather than the defender. However, in this article, I want to rank the attackers. This is regardless of that, right? 1v1 abilities are traditionally assessed in simple percentage basics. A player's dual success rate is dual success rate, right? That's be a different one. Okay. This guy, right? Not Opta. This guy who is getting this, statsperform.com. This is where he's getting this, right? Here he uses the Bradley Terry model to explain, model to explicitly model opponent ability. A key question is how the Bradley Terry ratings compare with the dual success rate, and we shall see there are some surprising differences in how certain players are evaluated. Okay, but first look at the general features of the duel into the wider perspective. Okay. So this guy uses the Bradley Terry model, right? So people that want to know what the Bradley Terry model is, it's a probability model, right? It has nothing to do with the statistic, by the way. And I know this is getting boring for people, but the Bradley Terry model is a probability model that can predict the outcome of a paired comparison given a pair of individuals, I and J, drawn from some population. It estimates the probability that the pairwise comparison I is greater than J turns out true as. So it's an analytic. It has nothing to do with the stat. Okay. So I just want people to know this, right? Evaluating 1v1 abilities. Dual events were drawn from 2015-2017 season and blah, blah, blah. 50% were fair ground duels, 31% were fair area duels, and the remaining 19 were 1v1 fouls. To analyze the encounters, use the Bradley Terry model to do that, right? Given results, multiplayable comparison of Bradley Terry abilities with the dual success rate suggested above, yada, 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 right? The curve. This is with the aerial duels, ground duels. It's a very similar rate, right? Top 20 players in aerial duels. Showing top 20 ground duel players.
Phil Jones is in there. I'm surprised.
All right. So, does that help you, Vishal? Hope so.
So,
But
what year was that? Okay, doesn't matter.
this was like up till 2018, I think.
Okay.
Because I thought I saw Jan Vertonghen in number 2 spot there.
Oh. I think he was pretty good back then.
Yeah, so this is a blog by Gary Gallade that says it's a new way to evaluate 1v1 ability. Right. So what they're saying is that they've used the Terry Bradley member to make it more reliable. Right. They've improved it. Right. That's the takeaway. One advantage that the BT model is that it takes the opponent's abilities into account. Right. This can substantially affect the estimated abilities of players in 1v1 situations. This has obvious implications for recruiting because dual success rate can sometimes substantially underestimate 1v1 ability. So that means that they've made the stat better. So that means ground duel statistics are more reliable, not less than they used to be. Okay. Does that make sense? Are we clear on that one? Yep. Okay. Good.
Steak.
Yep. Okay, I'm gonna head off. I've got to get my day underway. It's 2:00 here, so I've got to get my afternoon happening. So, okay, thanks for having me on.
All right, mate. Thanks for coming on, dude.
We'll catch us all later. Cheers.
All right. Later, buddy. Yeah. Any other comments we got? Any other topics y'all want to chat about? Going once?
AC Milan lost today.
AC Milan lost today.
Oh, to who?
Fiorentina.
Florentino.
Napoli won, I
twice.
suppose.
We are talking about it. So who
Okay,
scored?
it's all-
Theo Hernandez.
Can we talk about the fans calling Conte out? Like the main channels?
And the one who are calling Stellini in.
Yeah.
Still your sin.
Well, the fans want Stellini in and they want Conte out. Bollocks.
Actually, I was
Like-
on one of them. Sorry, KPV, you go first.
The fans who want Stellini in and Conte out are jealous. They're dickhead. Like, when Stellini was covering for Conte, we hadn't lost a game, but his 100% record is gone. Like, we've only won, what, at least 3 home games, and Stellini has been in charge. And the Fulham game, Conte and Stellini were there, but the Marseille game, he's only won, what, 4 and lost 2. So apparently Conte's going to be back this week, I heard.
Apparently, yeah.
Yeah,
Hopefully.
be back from Milan.
Yeah, at home. So need the crowd behind us on Wednesday. Like the atmosphere, we need the fans because players don't turn up, only we do. The players don't, fans only turn up. So people going to the game Wednesday. Unfortunately, Jack and Dave and Dermot, I can't because I ain't got tickets. So I was gonna, but unfortunately I can't. So I'll hopefully see you in the quarters if we win, because as people already know, away goals don't count. So if it ends in a draw, hopefully we'll win in extra
We get
time,
knocked
no
out.
penalties. Yo,
We were getting knocked out because they 1-0 up.
away goals don't count though. But if we can score the first goal, then it's game on because we're at home, mate, and we've not lost at home in the Champions League since that Leipzig game where we didn't score goals. That was under Mourinho, but that was the last time we lost a home game in the Champions League. But if we can win on Wednesday, like, let's be honest, Liverpool are getting battered by Madrid in 2 weeks. They already lost 5-2 at Anfield. Chelsea are losing to Dortmund on Tuesday. It's at the bridge, but they're only a goal down. But let's be honest, Dortmund are winning, and we're not losing to AC Milan at home because they've not won an away game against an English side. The only team they beat was Arsenal. That was when they won 4-0, and they still won 4-3 on aggregate. Arsenal had to score at least 2, but that was when the City won the title in 2012. But unfortunately, Arsenal just still got knocked out by Milan. They're the only Premier League team that Milan knocked out. But they're not knocking us out. We're only a goal down. As I said, away goals do not count. So we can score early, game on, and we can score at least a few more, then that will seal us through. Anyway, Dyer's missing a second leg because he got booked in the first. So Højbjerg's back. So yeah, Sar and Skip, another masterclass in the game, but a win on Wednesday is what I want. We do not want to lose 3 games in a row again, please. So 4 home wins would be nice, and that will put us in the hat for the quarters. Like Dortmund, I wouldn't mind. We always beat them. Son loves scoring against them. He's a bitch or something. That's what he is, because he just loves scoring against Dortmund. So Dortmund win Tuesday, we win Wednesday. Then give us Dortmund, please, because
No, give us Benfica.
Benfica. Vertonghen's not there. He's in Belgium, but I'd rather have Dortmund and knock him out than. But I don't know who else we'd want. We don't want Napoli because they beat
I don't
Chelsea
want
in the
Napoli.
first leg and they still lost the second leg. But not Napoli because I think Napoli will win it. But don't write Real Madrid off because they could do it again, winning it back to back and 3 seasons in a row, maybe even 4 if we did get knocked out, I'd say Real Madrid or Napoli to win it. But you never know. History has been made before, but can it repeat itself? Hopefully Wednesday, because we did play Ajax on a Tuesday 2019, then played them on a Wednesday. So, but people who are going to the game enjoy, get behind the team and the manager, but not the board. Support the team, not the board.
Join the show, Vishal. If you want to explain it better, I have no idea what you're talking about, man. So
yeah, join the show, please. And but yeah, as I said, we need to win Wednesday because I just don't want getting knocked out because Arsenal fans are gonna keep having a laugh at us again. Like, I just don't want them winning the title because it's gonna piss us right off. City or United, but United are in it. But I'd rather City win the league because Arsenal have won it since they went the whole season unbeaten. But they're not winning it again. So hopefully City do. But Wednesday we'll be here, on the show again, won't we?
Not next Wednesday. I'll be out of town next week. So
no, I mean,
unfortunately,
this one will. This one coming.
Yeah, I'll be out of town.
Coming.
I'll be out of town this week.
Oh, when are we going to be on again? Thursday?
No, I'll be out of town from Wednesday through Sunday, so I probably won't be back Wednesday to Tuesday.
Oh, Tuesday next week.
So
yeah,
Tuesday after. So like I'll be out of town March 8th through the 14th.
Yeah, 14th. Yeah. So I'll see you on the 14th. So that will be I think.
But is there a game on 14th? No, right?
I think what?
No, we play Forest.
We play Forest.
Saturday. It's 11 March. Yeah, next week I won't be in. Also, I got something on.
No, so no post-match show for the Champions League unless somebody else wants to host it at this time, and then maybe I can jump in from where I'm going to be, but I'm going to be driving.
Do Eugene.
I can host a post-match on, this time on Wednesday night.
Whoever doesn't mind hosting would be nice. Maybe get Stelio.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. But maybe somebody has to schedule it and then something like that. But
the schedule is,
but yeah, I'll be driving, so
I'll try
going to New Hampshire.
I can do it if you want.
But
we'll figure it out.
We'll be there
Wednesday and get in the quarterfinals again.
Anyway, let's do score predictions against Milan, and then we'll call it a night. How about
that? Yeah, why not? I'll start. I want a clean sheet, so that'll be Palace, Fulham, City, West Ham, Chelsea. That's 5 clean sheets. So this will be 6. So I'll say 3-0.
Wow, that's very optimistic.
Goal scorers. There's no debate. Kane will skip another banger. Kane and Emerson Royale. So hopefully we'll see another skip banger because that's been nominated for Goal of the Month for February. So everyone stop what you're doing and vote on the website, on the Premier League website. Time's running out, people. Vote for Skip. And so, Skip, Kane, and Emerson Royale. 3-0, clean sheet, into the quarters. Just give us Dortmund, not Napoli, please, because they beat Liverpool. Liverpool just can't win in Napoli. So, like, Real Madrid, we've beaten them already. That was at Wembley. That was when...
we had a good team.
Well, that was when... Yeah, Dele had the game of his life. And...
Iniesta.
Wing. Was brilliant. Toby got injured, unfortunately. Toby got injured and he was back and didn't come back till towards the end of that season when yeah, Real Madrid beat Liverpool in the final. But yeah, like win Wednesday, and I wouldn't mind Dortmund again, as I said. But Real Madrid, the new stadium, we haven't played them since that season they won the Champions League for a third season in a row under Zidane. But new stadium against Real Madrid would be immense. But they beat us at White Hart Lane when Marcelo sent Crouch off and Adebayor was playing for them, who we stole from our North London rivals that then. But so yeah, as I said, win Wednesday, clean sheet, quarterfinals. Not Napoli though, because they might as well win it if we get knocked out. But never mind Real Madrid. But win quarterfinals, and then yeah, just go. We're going to Istanbul, as Barry says. Like book the hotel for Istanbul and just win it. It's all I want. But anyway, yeah, that's what I'm saying. 3-0, and the goal scores I already said. Elias, what are your prediction?
I'm gonna go for a 2-1 maybe, and then I don't know. After that, would it be penalties if it's 2-1?
Yeah, 2-1 would send us to penalties.
I think it's gonna be either
He
2-1.
can't
or
save one
3-1,
though. That's the
something like that.
problem. He can't save a penalty. But
I
write the
don't want
names
it to go
down.
fast.
Write the names down. But
You're
Nah,
Forrester
man,
up in that mug, man.
win. I want to
I don't
clean
want to go to
sheet.
penalties, but I have a feeling it might go to penalties.
I hope not,
To be
because
fair, if it goes to pens, I think we win. Like, I think Force is like probably intimidating.
I don't know about that, bro. I don't know about that. They got their new goalkeeper back, or their good goalkeeper back too, dude. If it goes to
Yeah.
penalties, I think we're done. For me, I'll do mine, then Steak and Dietrich, you guys can do yours. I think it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be 1-0 in regular time, and then we'll win 2-0 in extra time.
yeah,
So 1-0 in 90 minutes. We'll be up 1-0 in 90 minutes, and then we'll end up scoring a goal in extra time to go through.
nice. They have missed a penalty before. That was in Istanbul 2005. Shevchenko. So
Son's going to score in regular time, and Mora's going to score the winner in extra time.
Mora, no fan.
I think it's possible. Actually, guys, don't mind, but Lucas
That's Mora's thing, dude. That's what he does. That's the only time
Mora
he
is
scores.
playing better than Kulusevski.
Is he in the Champions League
and
squad?
Yeah.
Yeah, Mora at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, scoring against Milan. Wouldn't mind it, but
Possible, bro.
possible. We'll
He's
see,
playing
lad.
better.
It'll be
We'll
great.
see on Wednesday who's right, and we'll see who's right by the 14th.
Dietrich, what's your prediction for Milan?
5-0 Milan.
Oh, 5
5-0.
Since
Have you
when
been hanging
did
out with
Scott M
Scott
come
M?
on for Dietrich?
No, I'll be honest, it's going to be 2-0 Milan. I have no hope.
Nah, no chance.
And then earlier on your thing on the Conte thing, I think we're starting to see, right? I think the pressure that Conte has on the players is high, and him being gone for a little bit. This is my hypothesis. Allowed them to relax a little bit and feel a little bit more freedom. But now that Conte's still gone, they're too free. And now you're starting to see the depletion of the energy. Because Sheffield United, right, there was no intensity at all, right? Nobody lit a firecracker up their butthole.
Oh yeah.
Today in the second half, nobody lit a firecracker up their butthole. Because our problem hasn't been starting games well and then coming off and not finishing them. We've been a second half team for most of this season. So
Yeah,
today,
second half of the
I think you're seeing the result. These last two results is because Conte's not there. Right? It's the impact of Conte not being there. Right? Tactics, substitutions, and all that. Who's in charge of those? I think it's pretty much 50-50, right? Because if Conte text messages him and says, "Hey, put somebody on," he's gonna do it, right? Like, it's just a matter of is Conte choosing to do that or not, allowing it to go on its own. But I'm talking about the psychological impact on the players, right? Sometimes when you're stressed You got to coach up your ass all the time. If he's out of the game, you play a little bit more free. You get a little bit better of a result. I think there's some kind of that, and maybe in the first couple of results for Stellini. But now they're too free. Right? They're too free. They're not, because when was the last time you saw us lose a game in the second half? Besides Sheffield United.
Man City.
Was it second half?
Yeah, but I mean that was early in the second half, right? They came out and just battered us from the get-go, from the whistle, right?
Okay.
But I mean, in that type of a situation where we've had less intensity the second half than we have in the first half. When was the last time you seen us lose a game like that? Even Man City was Stellini, wasn't it?
Nottingham, was it Nottingham game in FA Cup?
Not
Oh, sorry, in
before,
the Carabao
that was
Cup.
the Carabao Cup.
I think that was the one.
I don't know. It's been a long time, man. It's been a long time, especially in the league. But
Yeah, it was the Nottingham game. Then
yeah, we never play well in the Carabao Cup. We don't care about the cup, that's why. But 2-0 is what I'm going for. 1-0 in regular play. 1-0 in extra time. Steak, what'd you say? I didn't hear it. Did I miss it?
My positive prediction is 6-9-0. 6-9-0. Spurs.
What's the thing
Emerson
with you
Royale getting all 69 goals.
Oh,
And
Emerson Royale
the
lost as well.
least deluded prediction, I think we win 3-1 and we'll win an extra time.
Goal
1-1
scorer.
extra time. There you go.
But I have a
Goal
question for you
scorer,
guys. What
Son
makes
and
you-
Kane. And the one in extra time, Porro.
I have a question.
Paul.
What
40
makes-
yards out.
After losing against Sheffield and Wolves, what makes you think we might win against a better team?
Because that's how we do. That is what we
Yeah.
do. The fact that we've lost against Sheffield United and Wolves means that our odds, our chances, this is completely irrational, right?
We are
Completely
behind.
anecdotal, but I'm saying that's Tottenham for you, right? This is what we do, right?
Yeah, but we didn't play well against Milan in the first leg without their best players.
We did.
Now they have everyone.
And we played average against them. But what I'm saying, but they don't have everyone now. The only 2 people came back. What are you talking about?
No, they have Tomori, they have the goalkeeper,
Yeah,
and
that's
they
the
have
people
the
that came
center
back.
mid. And the center mid, they're 3.
one?
Benacer is coming back.
Isn't
I don't
Tamori
think he'll be
back?
back, but
Or
Tamori
did you play
came
that?
back, but I don't think Benassar's coming back.
Yeah, he's coming back.
He's fit for Wednesday, but he wasn't fit on the weekend.
No, he's fit for Wednesday.
I don't know. We'll see if he starts. But
But Tomori didn't. Oh, he did. He did play.
yeah, Tamori played on the weekend. Goalkeeper and Tamori played on the weekend. But what did I say? Why can we play that way? Because that's what we do, man. That's the Tottenham one.
That's why I feel confident if we get Napoli in next round.
Like if we had won today, like say we came out and we had beat Wolves 3-0, then I'd be like, we're losing on Wednesday. that's the way it is. It's the fact we've lost 2 in a row. We're gonna win on Wednesday. That's what we do,
But the
man.
thing-
And
Yeah.
we're going to go in another run of like 3 games and be.
Yeah. It's completely unpredictable, dude.
Yeah, it is. We
But
hardly
anyway,
lose
guys,
three-
that's
three
it for the
games.
night, man. We're gonna call it a night. Go ahead and tell people where they can find you, promote yourself if you got a channel or if you got a social media account. Mr. Kane, where can people find you?
Please don't find me. I'm tired. I hate this club. Leave me alone.
You can find him on Dietrich's Kane Twitter.
Yeah, please. I just
Yeah.
every time I go on Twitter, I just see Will replying to clowns. 24/7, 7
Yeah.
days.
It's a full-time job, dude. It is a full-time job, unfortunately. Elias,
Yeah, you can find me as Step Up Spurs. By the way, there are a lot of rumors going on around that my my channel has been banned. It's not banned, by the way. Some stupid fella has been spreading those rumors. It's going on. I just didn't do the video last 3 days because I was out on a retreat. So I'll be doing a show for Champions League tomorrow, a pre-match review with a very special guest. You all can guess who the special guest would be. And yeah, you can find me at Step Up Spurs all across Twitter, Instagram. Yeah.
Good deal. Kyle?
Yo, as I said, you can find me at Twitter, Kyle via Tottenham TV, Instagram, K-Bar Retribution, Kyle Vineyard, and you can find me, well, I think Carl Patrick Vineyard via Tottenham TV, KPV, and you know who can find my channel is Garguma, whatever her name is. Yeah.
What's here today?
Gogan, I don't know if Gogan was in the chat tonight, but
You
yeah.
can find it on
KPV,
YouTube.
Kyle Patrick Vineyard on YouTube. Go check that out.
Here.
We got Elias too at Step It Up Spurs on YouTube. Go check that out. And then Mr. Steak, you can find him at Steak Emmer Steak at twitter.com.
No, I don't have any socials, but I usually go. I go on other people's channels, just say steak and random things.
You need to create a Twitter account, call it steak, and then just upload like pictures of steaks.
Yeah, to the official Tottenham Twitter.
You know, just do like you've got all your little player profiles and just start uploading players holding steaks.
Yeah,
and
whoever's got the man of the match, I do a picture of them with a steak.
Steak of the match.
Yeah.
What you gotta do would be funny. Probably get like 10,000 followers in 2 weeks.
Yeah,
but
subscribe and get me to 115 would be appreciated.
yeah, everybody go subscribe over there to Kyle Patrick Vineyard. I think Elias got some links here for us. We'll just post them in like that. Give credit for Elias for putting them in there. There's the links. There should be 2 links there. If it didn't go through normal or correct, let me know and I'll re-put them in. But I think it works. Should work. But those are the links there. Everybody go subscribe. We'll be back. Not next week. You can watch me on Henry White's TV. Henry Wright TV. Spurs Corner tomorrow. 9 p.m. UK time, 4 p.m. Eastern time here in the United States. I'll be out there and I'll be ready to yell and scream at you some more in the chat.
I thought it was cancelled.
Why would it be canceled?
Because I was sick.
Well, they didn't tell me it's canceled.
I don't know. I just said like
maybe Stell's not going, but Iggy's not sick. I'm not sick. I was sick earlier in the week.
Still has COVID.
Stell's sick.
You shouldn't be telling that to everybody, bro, on YouTube.
I don't care. It's funny as well. Imagine going to Sheffield. Imagine going to Sheffield and coming back sick.
Cold. Everybody got sick, dude. It's going around. I don't think it's COVID though.
I was sick actually all the weekend as well.
Yeah, I got sick too. Something's going on. Like my kids, my oldest and my middle son both got sick, and they got me sick. I wasn't sick for that long, but one day I felt bad, but that was it. So it might be COVID. That's how I rock with COVID.
We stay miles apart, right? Like
could be COVID. I mean, you never know. COVID is just a cold. It's just a new one, right? So
anyway, we're out, people.
That's right, Kyle. Keep us on target here. But we won't be back next week. I'll be out of town during the week through Sunday, so we'll see you guys after the 14th. Make sure you watch. Make sure you watch the Tottenham away Monday night podcast. I might be on that one since I can't do any other shows in the week.
Yeah.
So make sure you
joining
tune into
me for,
that. Like, subscribe, share. Super thanks after the fact. Stay strong. Stay Spurs.
Stay
Go
steaky.
on,
Stay steaky. Stay stinky.
Out.
And we will see you guys next time. Leave it out.
And as always, Levy out.
Leave it out.
Leave
That's
it out.
right.
In the
Taken.
words of Foreign David.